What's up, Joey? Dude, Hollywood Farmers Market. Okay? Chocolate coconut latte. 15 bucks. Yeah, $15 for this thing. But I'll tell you what, there's not a lot of times that I would say it's worth it. It's worth it. I'm doing pretty good, John. How are you? Thanks, Maggie. Yeah, there's this kid that's has a stand at the farmers market. All right, it's a young guy, and he's all cowboyed up. You know, he's all in his giddy up, and he sells these drinks, and he has a rewards. He has a rewards card. I'm not kidding you. The kid he runs the whole gambit. He does. He runs the whole. He's doing the whole thing, and he's got, like I said, he's selling drinks there at the stand, and he accepts the EBT tickets, right? One type of ticket. So I went and I got myself one of these drinks, and it's real good. It's real good. So if you go to the farmers market in Los Angeles County, to a farmers market, they have with the EBT program that they will match up to $15. So let's say you get $200 a month, you can get, let's see, if they run it four days a month, right? They run it 4 days a month, and you get $15. That's $60 extra that you can get a month to spend at the farmers market. Now you have to spend it at the farmers market, but you're still getting an extra $60 a month for EBT. And you just do that by spending 15 at the counter down at the farmers market, and they match you 15. And if you do that for 4 weeks, you got $60. Me, I like to get these drinks because they got the little reward program thing. And to me, that's a business that's going to be going somewhere. You know what I'm saying? Even if it's just a small business, they're going to be going somewhere with it. So, that's I spend what I could on the ones that do that. There's also, I guess she just didn't come this week, but there's someone else that sells broth. I didn't see him this week, but and then I'll save some of my tickets because you can use the tickets, half the tickets for like food and drinks, and then half of them you have to use on vegetables, fruits and vegetables and stuff like that, right? Fresh produce. So I save half of mine usually, and then whenever I got, say, 2-3 weeks down the road, and I got like $35-40, and then I'll go and get a whole bunch of groceries. I'll get like a whole bunch of fruits and vegetables and stuff like that, so I can cook. But when I get that half for free, I'll get myself one of these drinks, and I justify it by doing the ones that have the reward program. That also helps that business. So. Thanks for the hearts. I love the farmers market too. Yeah, it's awesome. Honest Joe, welcome to the broadcast. Thanks for feeding my dino. And now for those of you that are more involved on more than just one platform, I realize that I'm not being biased. I'm a human being. And so my attention span, I'm not some omnipotent being, right? I'm a social media creator. I'm not an algorithmic program. I'm not a computer. So if I come off biased, it's because I'm noticing people that are more engaged with me and are more active with me throughout social media for one reason or another, or in one way or another. I'm also a very private person in real life and a very public, very, very public person online. So be aware of that. Any engagement you have with me, any behaviors, whatever you do with me, just know that it's possible that it may end up somewhere on the internet. I get people when I tell you I get people that are tapping into my stuff without my permission. I don't even know what they're doing. I tell you, I've gone, so whenever you click a link, it turns purple. Okay, it's blue before you click it on Chrome. And then after you click it, it turns purple. I tell you, I have web searches that I haven't done. And after I do them, now here's the thing, I'm a pretty predictable guy. So, I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised about it, but I'm a pretty predictable guy. So I go and I look up a web search and somebody already clicked on it using my account. I'm like, all right, that's awesome. So for anybody out there that might be saying that I visited this website or I did that, just be aware I got people in my accounts all the time and they don't delete stuff. They don't hack my stuff. They don't bother me. They're just in my stuff. And I don't know why they do it or how they do it. But they don't delete anything that belongs to me. They don't post anything inappropriate. Half the time they end up helping me with something or reminding me of something when I forget it. So that's fine. It is what it is. If I knew how to stop them, I have to admit to you, I probably would. But I don't. So I don't. But yeah. So if you're online with me, pretty much everything's public, like at all times. Just so you're aware of that. That's not really how I live my life, but I don't really know how to make the internet stuff more private yet without all that. It costs a lot of money. It does. To do it for free, you got a lot of people that can get into your stuff. But when you're paying $800-900 for a phone and you're paying $200 a month for a phone bill, then you don't got to worry about it. So until then, we're a little more public. Brotis Bozong, right? I don't remember most of my Norwegian. That's why I ask you when you talk to me through the messages to speak your native language, no matter what it is. I went on to Google Translate yesterday, and I downloaded most of the languages that I remember that I once knew. Okay? So I used to know 30-some languages. I used to know, I think, 35 or 36 languages. I remember, one. So I have a lot of catching up to do. I could use the help. So just speak your native languages in the chats, in private chat, but in public chat, if you stick to English, I'd appreciate you, just so that I can keep up with your comments and I'm not feeling like I'm ignoring you. And I'm making stuff up as I go right now, so don't feel like you're doing anything wrong because you're not. I'm literally just making it up as I go, coming up with the ground rules as I'm doing this. What's up? Thanks for the follow. Thanks for the follows. Now remember talk. Talk is please. It's either please or thank you. T-A-K-K in Norwegian. Tak is like please or thank you, if I remember correctly. On YouTube, more active. Yeah, I'm starting to make more stuff. I am. I'm just taking a day at a time. I found one of my old accounts while I was busy doing something. Let's just say it that way. I made an account and I did some really interesting and fun stuff. One of the things I did was I walked, I think it was Tennessee or Florida? I think it was Florida. I walked really, really, really far. And, I found some photos that I posted on the internet that I forgot that I even took. And I hope I find the videos too, because I made some videos of me singing out in the middle of nowhere just by myself. I think I had gone at that point 3.5 days without food. I was almost dead, and I had nothing but oxygen and adrenaline running through my veins. And I just sung at the top of my lungs, and I put it on YouTube. And I really hope to God I can find that video, because that was pretty cool, and that was a lot of fun. I don't normally go that extreme nowadays, but back, a year or two ago, before I really learned my lesson, I was having a lot of fun. Having a lot of fun that way, I should say. Looking good. Thank you, Rocky. And be aware that if you do message me on another platform while I'm live, unless I have my second phone out, then I'm going to be here with you. All right? And I can take a look at the messages later on. Now, when I'm posted up somewhere and I'm relaxing, it's different. I can pull out my second phone and I can answer messages while I'm live. As of right now, I'm just kind of enjoying my Sunday. And I'll tell you, there's some salt in here. This coconut latte, there's definitely some salt, maybe caramel in it. Tastes so good. It smells like a pretzel. Oh, it smells delicious. And it tastes even better. Your phone costs you $1,600. See, I'll tell you what, I haven't been able to justify the purchase of a $1,600 phone for almost 8 years. I had one that cost about $1,000 a couple of years ago, and I used it to clock the speeds and do a lot of beta testing for Google and for T-Mobile. Not like off the cuff. I didn't do it. I didn't do it professionally. I didn't do it officially. I just did it on my own, and I let them get the data from it. I gave them access to everything, and that's fine. But I had a really fun time doing that. I still remember, guys, when I was doing that testing, right? I don't even know if it's called beta testing. I don't even know the terminology. I just know how to do stuff, right? Half the time I don't even know the terminology. I'm just really good at it. So I took the phone and I had to put it on ice. I literally had to set my phone on a bag of ice to keep it from overheating. And that was pretty hardcore. I have to admit to you, pretty hardcore. Like I was running apps. I was overclocking the phone. I learned how to root the phone. I was learning Python at the time. I was learning how to code. Just as a contingency plan in case things didn't work out in my family. Then I ended up passing off those abilities to another person, teaching them what to do through another person. They paid for them to get some training, and that person that I paid the person that had to get paid to pay the person that had to hire the person who had to get paid to have the job. And then they get paid now, and they have a job. So I did good. And I didn't say that the best, but everything I said made sense, I swear. I just had to travel for like 5 degrees of separation economically, socioeconomically. It was very expensive, cost billions of dollars. It actually did. It cost billions of dollars, with a B, billions of dollars, to get my ex-girlfriend a job. But I did it, and it was worth it. Besides, I was owed a couple of favors that were worth way more than the money. So I got it done. But anyway, I got to take credit where credit is due. I deserve that much. I do. Okay. You're welcome to speak whatever language you like, and I'm thankful. Just remember, if I don't know how to speak your language just yet, then I have to, I won't be able to read it. I mean, I'll try to pronounce what you're saying, but he kan si I fordan dar date me dere. And I might have a little bit of a Russian accent because I tend to do that. When it comes to my Norwegian, I learned Russian first. And so sometimes when I try to speak Norwegian, or when I try to read Norwegian, I end up sounding Russian on accident. Velkommen, or German. Now, my German, German must have been either I learned German either third or fourth after Russian, because whenever I take the German lessons on Duolingo, I remember German. I don't know how. I can't speak it to you right now. I couldn't come up with words off the top of my head. I couldn't read it to you. But when I take the language lesson, I can get it done so quickly that you would think I was a native speaker. I can't explain that to you. But there's just part of my brains that are still in recovery, and I remember German. I know for a fact that I knew German. But it was definitely it was definitely a language that I learned while I was more like involved in some sort of cultural situation, or like with the locals somewhere in a German community, because otherwise there's no way I would remember, that avidly. Like there has to be extenuating circumstances and exterior factors, environmental factors that account for the fact that I remember German on a subliminal basis while I'm still struggling with it you know, in reference to coherence and my frontal lobe. It's a city bench. I can sit here. Go find something to do. I know it's a Sunday, but there's still criminals in town that you could go bother. If you want to fuck, we can fuck. But if you're not trying to fuck, stop bothering me. All right. I'm sorry to be mean, but they stress me out. They skeeze out the people that are around me, and then I feel that, you know? Maurice, thanks for the smile. Wow, thanks, Megan. Okay, kind to see you. I read that. Also don't like doing things more than once. Already did this whole thing twice for the ex, and it's starting to get old. Grocery shopping. I'm going to do the grocery shopping probably next week. I saved some of my tickets. I'll probably do it next week. I'm not doing it twice for her. I bought her plenty enough time. I respected the law. I did a good job, and now it's over. If they reconstitute the protection order in 2025 in April, then I'm not helping her anymore. It's done. She can figure out herself and her life on her own. And that's honestly, I'm not kidding you. It's the same with Los Angeles County, except Los Angeles County decided to bet on me, and they decided to invest in me instead of backing out. And that's why they got my favor, and I'm focusing my energies on getting my resources here. But as far as my family, they're my family no matter what. That's what we're raised and taught, and it's always going to be that way. No matter what I choose to believe or the way I change my life, I've made those commitments. My yes is my yes, and that's it. So that's always going to be a part of my life, but it's going to have to go on the back burner as of April if they decide to reconstitute that, that protection order. And if they don't, then should she choose to reach out to me, she's more than welcome to. Just like I said, I'm not in a place in my life where there's a lot of things private. So just realize that if you have the patience to, and I hate to say this, I'm going to sound like a terrible person, but I'll tell you what, this is how much I love you, and I'm going to be real with you. If you can wait another 3 years for me without there being anything on paper about it, then even if you're not in my life, I could send stuff your way. That means even if I don't even know if you're married, I don't know what you got going on, but even if you're married, even if you got a kid with them, whatever you got going on, I promise I will make sure to send resources your way for the rest of your life. You have my word on that. But that's as long as you have the ability to wait a maximum of 3 years after April of this coming year comes around. Because I may need another 3 years to get my life to a point where I could privately communicate with you appropriately if you change your mind about wanting to have anything to do with me. Just so that there's a backup plan out there if you want me to be your sloppy seconds from the firsts or whatever the hell you want to call it, then that's out there. But until then, just don't stay in contact, and don't be telling me, don't let nobody, this is to anybody, don't be telling me that what I can and cannot do or how it affects things, because I know I can afford it now and I got to take it care of. All right. So I'm going to do what I want. It might bother you that I'm allowed to do what I want. Just understand that I earned that. And even on top of being allowed to completely disrespect and disregard the protection order if I wanted to, I choose to obey the law because I want to set that example for my son, and I want to set that example for my family and for their family. Because that, I'll tell you, respecting the law has gotten me really far in this life. It has. Now, do I favor the law? No, I don't. I favor freedom. I don't favor the law. But I do have respect for the law. And through that respect, I want my son to be raised properly, and I want to set that example. I might not be the best social example, I'll admit that, but I'd like to be at least an appropriate example for doing what I'm supposed to do. And that's that. If I'm going to be a deadbeat dad, I might as well be one that sets an example of how to follow the law and how to respect the law. And that's how I see it, There's nothing else I could do. I mean, like I said, I could disrespect the law, But where's that going to get me? And what kind of example is that going to set for him? So that's just the way I see it. You don't have to agree with me, but I'm not going to run off with my family to a foreign country just because things aren't going my way. Even if I could, that's not right. Not for me. That's not how I do things. And I've learned so much more by deciding to stick around and do things the way that I was taught. Welcome to Beagle, everybody that's new. Have I been seen making multiple infractions in reference to that protection order? I cannot confirm nor deny. Am I guilty of it? No. That's the difference. I'm not guilty. I'm innocent. And those are two very different statements, being not guilty and being innocent. But I am both not guilty and innocent. Speak English rather than... No, you're fine. Speak whatever language you want to speak. You're fine. If I don't understand your language yet, then you gotta, be patient with me. Thank you. Cool. All right, very cool. Yeah, so I guess what I'm saying is, could you prove in court and convict me as guilty? You could if you wanted to. But what's that proven to who? I'm trying to prove to you that you can respect the law and still, exercise your rights and your freedoms at the same time. Trying to use the law to commit a gag order against me was criminal. And so in respect to the people that made that mistake, I'm respecting the law and not getting in, one-on-one contact with anybody that I shouldn't be, while at the same time, utilizing my freedom of expression and utilizing my freedom of speech. All they had to do if they wanted me to keep my mouth shut was put a paper in front of me, a legal piece of paper that didn't hide their criminality or try to accuse me of being a criminal to sign. I would have signed an NDA. This was in Pennsylvania and Oklahoma. I would have signed an NDA and I would have stayed away from you. That's the truth. I'm telling you the truth. I'm disappointed in the people that went for extra. I am. If only you knew the hell that I've gone through and the people that I've had to be around, you have no idea. The people around here are simpletons compared to the people that I've had to survive. You'll never know, and I hope you never have to find out. But when I tell you it's impossible that I'm alive, that's coming from me. I have met people that don't exist, pun intended. Don't ever find out. Don't. You won't live through it. I know for a fact. There's calculated evidence, about what I'm saying. And I'm saying that I've survived in the presence of people that don't let anyone live once they've met them. So I'm telling you not to associate and don't follow in my footsteps, because you end up like a buffalo off the bridge or pigs off a cliff. I know you know what that means. So take my word on it and don't do it. Thank you for listening to me when I tell you that. And that word goes out to my son too. Don't follow in my footsteps. Don't do it. Because even me, I shouldn't have made it. And it's impossible that I did. So don't follow in my footsteps. Listen to your mother. I don't like your mom, but I love her. And so please listen to her. No matter what she tells you, even if it's wrong. Even if she's wrong. Even if your mom is wrong. Do what she says. You want to respect me? You want to get me in your life? You want me to be in your life one day? Or to stay away from you one way or the other? I am more likely to give you what you want as my son if you obey your mother. So remember that. Versasnilly, or snil, is please. Versasnil. See, I'm telling you, I got a Slavic accent on that. You hear it. It's because when I learned Cyrillic, I was taught to bring my words together, bring my syllables together the same way, very similar way to Spanish. And so I slur my words when I speak Norwegian. And I'll tell you, that's when I'm talking to women. When I talk to men in Norwegian, I have a German accent. When I speak to women in Norwegian, I have a Russian accent. Can't explain it to you. Thanks for the follows. Namji, welcome to the broadcast. Hello. Do I have a YouTube channel? I do. I have an account pretty much on every platform with my name on it. Tori, thanks for the follow. Ashley, what time is it over there? It's 9:05 a.m. Post standard. It's a post. What do you call it? Pacific Standard Time. Sony Xperia, $20 a month or so. Hey, I'll tell you what. The Sony phones are really good phones. They are, and they're absolutely underrated. And most people don't even know about them. To tell you, I haven't heard of anybody with a Sony phone in almost 8 years, 7 or 8 years. But Sony phones are really good phones, and they got awesome cameras on them too. Like the cameras we have on these phones, they have digital apparandi. They have software that makes them effective. Whereas phones like the Sony phones, they have the hardware built into them where you got, it's a good manual camera. Hazel, what's up? How are you? Ashley, thanks for the follow. People sometimes offer money to rent a hotel room. No, see, I'm homeless. I'm not a beggar. And people know the difference. They know there are people out here. There's people out here that are beggars, and they help those people that way. Me, I'm very much doing on my own type, and so people respect that about me. They don't really offer me too much, and they let me just do it on my own. For a couple with a dog. Cool. Yeah, I know. Everybody does think Norway's rich. They do. Even when they ask me about my heritage, some people know that my family, originally comes from Norway on my mom's side, right? And, we come from the Northwood. Like, you know what I'm talking about? I can't even remember the names of them. But, literally up in the woods. That's where my family, my birth family is from. Before my grandmother, I think it was to the fifth generation, or I should say sixth or seventh generation, before my grandfather there, he... what do you call it? My family comes from the woods. No Vikings. We weren't Vikings. Our family never got into that culture. But, well, thanks for the follow. What most Americans know of Norway, they think of, most times they think of Vikings. They don't really know about us. The ones that didn't become, warriors and, have I lived in Norway before? I can't talk about it. I tell you what, I'm obliged to tell you the truth because you're Norwegian. Because you're actually Norwegian, I gotta be honest with you. But I can't talk about that. No, I took the DNA test too. I'll tell you what, the DNA test is how I found out to begin with. I didn't know anything about it other than my mom telling me that my grandmother came from Norway. But before that, I didn't know anything. And I took that DNA test, and oh my gosh, I'm related to all these different people that you'd never believe. I got really healthy genes, like just the wildest stuff that I learned about myself. And I had been so down on myself beforehand too. I just thought I was some piece of trash. And then I took this DNA test and I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm like, I'm doing pretty good. And I gained a lot of confidence for a while, and then I got over myself, and now I'm back to being humble. But 100% Nordic, said German, inland. Had some fun, yeah. Well, here and there. Angelina. Привет, как дела? Thanks for the follow. We were friends the other day. I don't really talk about like people I'm hanging out with in real life. That was a pretty rare occasion. That was somebody that I don't plan on spending too much time with. That's why I didn't really mind having them near me on the live stream. Any plans to visit Norway? Yeah, I'll be coming back. Don't worry. Oslo users have completed diamond task and got 16,407 diamonds. Guide users to complete diamond tasks will get the chance of winning more gifts. Thank you, Oslo. Thank you. I appreciate you, Norway. Thank you. All right. Don, thanks for the follow. Accepted. Thank you, Latina. Gigi, good evening. How are you? It's morning for me. I'm just going to shut my mouth because for some of you, the sun's out and it's midnight. So, what's up? I'm trying not to be, like I said, I'm trying not to show too much favor, especially for the guys, okay? So if you're one of my male viewers and I don't mention you or talk to you a lot, it's just how I was raised. It's just kind of, I'm not going to lie to you, I kind of put more expectation on you. I do. So for me, if you're one of my male users, I don't really have a lot to say. I don't really say too much to you. If coming from me, I would hope you take it as a compliment because that's what it's meant to be, is a compliment. Taya, thanks for the hearts. Don, thanks for the hearts. Still have to ask what? Well, then you should smile. Smiling's good. Don, thanks for the beat. Thanks for the crystal roses, Don. You're a single. This is here. Don't bother me, none. I mean, it is what it is. It's like it's just something you got to deal with, Thanks for the follow. Looking for friends, yeah. That's fine, though. I mean, I don't when it comes to women, I don't really find women creepy. It's rare. From time to time, I do. I'm not going to lie to you. You got to be really creepy for me to find you creepy as a female. Like, you got to be the creepiest creep for me to find you creepy as a female. As a male, it's pretty easy for me to find a male creepy. And once again, that's just my social programming. That's the way that I was raised. That's not really my true personality, but that's just my go-to when I'm online. Especially when my guard goes up and I go into default when I'm online. I just default to being protective and defensive. Yeah, when it comes to my social media, I'm looking to just build my platform. I'm not necessarily looking for friends. I'm not looking for a relationship, but I do let that spill over into my real life. So if there's anybody that's hitting me up on a platform and messaging me, my ultimate goal is, if you have an interest in me in my real life, is to pull you over that I'm texting with you or something like that. And I draw the line at a certain degree, but for the most part, I try to keep it I try to stay an open book. In the road, stand aside, how's your day? I'm sitting on a city bench. Yeah, no, a bench like this, I could sit here all day. But for right now, I'm just waiting, and I'll charge up my phone a little later, and I might go buy something. I just haven't decided yet. My day's pretty good so far. See, it's early morning for me, like I told you. Beagle, because it's not American. Social media essentially started in America, and so the foreign apps aren't all that popular. No, I'm not married. Pay child support, $800 a month. The first 10 years they did. Oh, geez. Yeah, no, I'm lucky enough that I don't have to pay child support. I'm in a situation where if I was forced to pay child support, the person forcing me to pay would go homeless and lose all their income, and their family would go to prison. And that's just socioeconomics. That's just understanding the machine and how society works. It wouldn't be anybody's fault, but that's just the structure of society. Like, if they did that, it would set forth a chain reaction of events in their life that would expose decisions they've made. They would go to prison, and she would end up homeless with the kid. The kid would get taken away from her and put in my custody. So the choices were between me not paying child support and her raising the child, or me having my son. And so that's essentially it. That's where things were at. Yeah, they thought me stupid. He's homeless. You don't know what he's doing. So that's fine. Go ahead, put me in prison. We'll go there. And we all learn together. That was in another state. I'm not doing it in California. If I wasn't safe, I wouldn't be talking about it out loud. If I didn't feel competent enough to take care of myself, I wouldn't say it out loud. And you're not going to make an excuse to, put my life to the side for another person. You already made that mistake once, don't make it again. Sixth sense type of stuff? No, it's calculatable. It's math and science, economics. For me, it is. For some people, it's like magic because their brains just don't work that way. But for me, mine does. I understand it. So, well, every day, how ugly. Oh, jeez. Yeah, I know the feeling. And so does my ex. We went through it. That's what happens when you spend too much time with people that aren't supposed to be in your life. You know, her and I both did it. Let ourselves be near people that weren't good for the both of us. And then, you know, you're taking it out on each other in one way or another. Or you're, you know, just changing as a person, you know, and she changed and I don't think she ever changed back. And me personally, I just fought, you know, not with her, just in general. Like I fought to stay me. And that required me to be single for a little while. Thanks for the beans. All right. Well, happy Father's Day in Norway. Have a good day. Thank you, Maggie. Well, I don't have a loyalty to a device or an operating system. I like Android and I like iPhone. You know, Apple for their own reasons, for each their own. So I personally prefer Apple for its usability, and I like Android for customization. I can do a lot more on an Android, but I can work a lot faster on an Apple. Yeah. Well, message me anytime. We are definitely not related. Ever. Nope. Definitely not related. Not even close. Not even distantly. If anybody asks at that point, then I came from another planet or something. All right? We're not related. Definitely not. Oh, that's cool. Very cool. Yeah, most of us can. Traveling to Germany on the 11th of December. Cool. Very cool. Well, send photos. Send receipts, as we say. Yeah. We always go surfing. See, that's the thing. We're not too good at surfing when it's not built into us. Me personally, I got a little bit of my dad's side in me, so I'm not too bad at surfing. Right. Yeah, no, you're not creepy or weird. You fit in here. I'll tell you what, you'd fit in quite nicely here in Hollywood. You and I are a lot alike in those ways. It's not that you're creepy or weird. It's that you are motivated and you have your own personality. You know, most people don't feel comfortable being an individual, so they kind of fall into the crowd. And there's nothing wrong with that. If that's who you are, then that's who you are. Some of us stand out a little bit more. And some of us stand out more than most. So that's that, you know? Thanks, Hector. Jelly, thanks for the follow. Matilda, thanks for the follow. Yeah, that's you're always going to spoil. I mean, if you're anything like me, you're always going to spoil your kids. You know, you gotta. So I only have one, but I do spoil the living heck out of him, and his mom can't stand it. She can't. She pisses her off so bad. But I mean, to me, she's always going to be beautiful, whether she's happy or mad. She thinks I'm a fucking creep at this point because we've broken it off, you know, and I'm still involved. But that's my kid. You know, no offense, but that's my kid too. And they're like, well, we have it on paper and this and that. You got nothing to, you can say whatever you want. Go ahead. You can put it on paper all you want. At the end of the day, my DNA is 75% of his existence. I am 75% that human being. You know, and you are always going to be 25% that human being. No matter how much you control him, one day he will control you if that's what you teach him. If you teach him control, he's going to learn control. And he is so much more capable than anybody in his environment. And he will take over the entirety of that environment. And that's I'm over here trying to make sure that doesn't happen. And I got people that are more concerned with making sure that they have what looks like ownership on paper over him, which is insane to me, as opposed to letting him flourish on his own and making sure that he doesn't end up that way. Because I almost ended up that way. And that I would have ended up a criminal. I really would have. And I was, thankfully, when I was young, when I was like 13, 14, I was taught better before I got old enough to do the wrong thing. But that's why, with him, I really hope that the people that stepped into my life are in his, and I hope that they can help guide him fast enough that he never ends up going that direction or even thinks about it. I don't want my son to end up like my grandfather. I don't want my son to end up like my father. I barely even want him to end up like me. I have a good life and I have a lot to be proud of. But even that, to me, isn't good enough for my son. So I hope that he, can have a better life. And I know for a fact that the people that helped to raise me in the background are going to raise him and teach him better than anyone in my family, including me, ever could. So I hope that without having to be separated from our family, that those people could step in and make an impact on his life and really teach him what it means to be an American and teach him what it means to be a man. Some people will never understand, and that's the truth. But me personally, I learned, and I'll never regret becoming the man that I've become. Because I don't have any regrets about who I've become. I might have regrets about how I got here in my life, but that's on me. That's between me and my beliefs. Bitch, just get dead. Oh, geez. Well, I'll tell you the truth. If I lived in Norway, or if we had that rule in America, I would immediately sign up to pay child support, and I would take that debt. I really would. If I knew it didn't mean I would get wrapped up in the criminal justice system, I would immediately sign up and request to pay child support. I'm not kidding you. Some people say, oh, you're stupid, keep your money to yourself. I was always taught to live for the next generation. And that's what I believe, is to live for the next generation. Norwegian prisons look like a 4-star hotel. They do. I've seen them online. They look like hotels and dorm rooms. They look like college dorm rooms. You get freaking video games. You get freaking like upscale food and organic, food. You get access to clean mineral water in your prisons. Mind blowing. We're not even going to mention how it is here. We're not even going to mention it. Now remember, our country is only a couple hundred years old, right? Now Norway is, as a country, almost 2,000 years old as far as being an organized country in any way, shape, or form. So you guys have about 10 times the amount of time put into building your country as we do. But we're doing pretty good for only being around for 200 years. Yeah, I know. I had to deal with it. Thanks for the hearts. Yeah, I dealt with it. I didn't do it, but I took it on myself. Because at the time we were in the middle of COVID and our country needed that from me, so I said yes. And now it's declassified, so I can speak about it at least slightly openly. They were supposed to have taken it off the internet by now, but some money grubby hands got a little greedy, and it's still up there. But it'll get taken care of. Trust me, and the longer I talk about it, the faster it'll get taken care of. Because people are not very happy about that being there. Because you got the people that want to see my name go bad, and then you got people that are concerned about international affairs, and the people that are concerned about international affairs have quite a bit more pull than the people who might want to see my name go, to the poorhouse. So yeah, none of that ever happened, and definitely not that way. But I had to deal with a situation and just take it on myself. Personally, you love to use Snapchat. Someone takes a screenshot there. Oh no, I'm not gonna lie to you. Yeah, I got no issues taking screenshots on Snapchat. I don't have any embarrassment about it. Do not ever. This goes out to anybody. If you're gonna text me, do not ever send me anything either explicit or socially inappropriate. Like if you're gonna send me anything that is considered governmentally sensitive on your end or my end, don't send it through text. If you send it through SMS, you could end up being implicated in a crime. Just be aware of that because where my life has gotten to, law enforcement pretty much watches my every single move. So just like be aware of that. All right, the military and law enforcement keep track of everything that I do. Just because my decisions affect international affairs, just because of the level of influence that I have. With that said, and as far as anything explicit, remember, I have people that, tap into my phone and stuff, and they're looking at my stuff and saving stuff, trying to leverage against me and get me to do what they want me to do on a daily basis. So if you send me explicit photos, they will end up in the hands of another person. So as long as you're comfortable with that, it is what it is, but be aware of that. I don't mind, but you might mind. Just know that, I can't be held responsible for that. Literally can't. So, all right, where are we at? Thanks for the follow. Brown, what's up? How are you? No, not like Kurt Cobain. I'm not doing the 27 Club or whatever it's called. How old is my son? I say he's almost 4 years old. I think he just turned 4. About a month ago. About a month and a half ago, he just turned 4 years old. 3 or 4. 3 or 4. I'm just trying to act like a deadbeat. Good shot. Thank you. Good. How are you? Thanks for the follow. Ray, thanks for the follow. Heather, thanks for the follow. It's not arrogant. It's not arrogant to speak on science. Scientifically speaking, every child is 75% their male parent and 25% genetically their female parent. That is the human genome. That's how nature works. So unless it's a test tube baby, unless you are artificially inseminating, or you are affecting the genetics through some form of, artificial process, or, whatever, then yes, you are 75% your male parent, you are 25% your female parent. They don't talk about that because everybody is psychotic and terroristic about the whole equality thing. I'm sorry to tell you, nature is not equal when it comes to male and female. Every child that is born naturally is 75% their male parent and 25% their female parent, and that is human nature, and that happens just in part because of the process of pregnancy. Because of what's required of the female parent during pregnancy, we get so much of our male parent in the child because they need more of what the male has to help them survive through pregnancy, because not only is the baby feeding off the mother, but the mother is also feeding off the baby. So in order to keep the baby alive, there has to be more of what we have as males. And I'm going to leave it in layman's terms. And I'm not going any deeper into it. But now you know. That's good. That's good. I wish they had it that way here. What's up, Joy? How are you? Huh? No, I don't understand, Ansha, for the comment. right of responsibility. He wants to do that. I don't understand the what you're referencing. Am I married? No, not right now. I don't think I'm married. I mean, I'm pretty sure by now the whole common law thing would be it would be considered null and void. In the past, I mean, I guess technically, but not really, because it wasn't like it's only in Commonwealth states that you could, whatever the case. It was, I didn't spend enough time with my partner in a state that would make the partnership considered a common law marriage long enough for it to be considered a marriage. But we still tried, and then called it a marriage and all that. And that's how we saw it. It's your own beliefs on that one. But as far as the law goes, never got there. If that's what you're asking. But if you're asking me on a personal level, did I see my relationship as a marriage? 100% most definitely. I saw my relationship as a lifelong commitment. Yeah, no, I believe it. Yeah, we got to build this trust considering they put a good portion of your country in the ocean. We're going to have to go ahead and work this out. This is some real shit, and they are pissed. Yeah, I wasn't lying to you. Through adoption, I ended up related to, by adoption and then through consummation, I ended up related to the Norwegian royal family, one of the Norwegian royal families. And I am a homeless scuzzbucket American, according, like in the eyes of some of the royalty. So, they're not very happy about that. And then mix that with the fact that based on their beliefs, part of their country fell into the ocean because of us. They're not very happy. And I'm supposed to be the one working that out when I don't have any training on that topic. Absolutely zero. I don't know what I'm doing. And so I'm trying to give you time to handle it, but you're too busy just trying to say hello. And for those of you who keep calling the cops, you do not understand how the cops work in California. They will spend 2, 3, 4 years collecting evidence on you. And then they will strike. And they will get you in another state with a felony for abusive communications and things of that nature. So for those of you that keep calling the cops on me, all they're doing is getting a check-in with me, building evidence, and then one day they will probably request me as a witness in your case against you. And I will say no, but you will probably still go to prison. So instead of letting me be a trap that gets you off the street, just stop calling the cops when nothing's happening. Just because you're scared doesn't give you the right to waste police resources, especially if you live in another state. If you don't live in the state of California and you're not paying our state taxes and you're using our local law enforcement resources, you owe. That's how it works. You can't just use the police however you feel like. I know you think you can, but trust me, that bill comes due one way or the other. I've seen it. So, be warned. Don't waste their resources, because you're wasting my money, just so you know. And obviously not just my money. I'm good. How are you? Victoria, welcome to the broadcast. Hello. Yeah, I get that. I can't stand anything about my ex, but I made my commitment, and I would be with her if that, because from my viewpoint, that's the right thing to do. I can't stand her. I can't stand being around her. But if it meant owning 2 different houses and living 2 totally different lives just to be married, I'd do it for her because that's the right thing to do. And I wouldn't be really doing it for her. No offense. I'd be doing it for all of us, because it's just, that's when you make a commitment like that and you got a lot of people involved in that commitment, it affects a lot of lives, and I guess she didn't mind messing up people's day. I did. So. Why do people tap into the phone? For whatever reason. I don't know. Some people tap into my phone because they want something to do with my life and I don't want them in it and they refuse to accept no for an answer. And then some people, they want to mess with my life and try to protect me by pulling me off the grid. And I already did the off the grid thing. I'm doing good now and I don't want to go back off the grid. I really don't. If I did, I would say I did, but I don't. Blue. I don't mind being identified. I'm not sweating it. I don't have anything to worry about. Guys, what you don't understand, in Los Angeles County, there are so many criminals and so many people to have arrested that no matter how much you try to set me up, there is always going to be another person that goes first. I'm just letting you know. I could dig down into the deepest trash can. I could roll in the mud and it will do nothing. I've done it. Literally. When I first moved here, I wasn't just homeless. I was the most disgusting person on the street. And now I'm doing better. But nonetheless, it doesn't work that way. You set me up, it sets off a chain reaction that goes all the way back to your country of origin. If you're a Mexican or a Latin American and you arrest me in Los Angeles County, it's going to affect your home country and every Latin country on the planet. But if you won't believe me, and the white people are lying to you because they want to see you fucked off, take my word on it. Don't find out, because we don't need to do this twice. The white people found out, because when they did it, it affected their countries. So let's just leave well enough alone and grow up. Let's try that. You want to protect your people, your best bet is to leave me the fuck alone. It really is. I'm kind enough to say it to you. I don't have to say it to you, but I'm saying it. That's the most respectful thing I could do. If you got that much of a problem, then you can put money in my hand and I'll go get myself an apartment. But if you don't got the cash to do that, stop fronting and acting like a fucking hard ass. Because when you're using the government's money and local resources to look tough, you're a pussy. And that's a fact. So stop acting like you're hard, okay? You got soft hands. You got a soft face. I like that you have a soft heart. But you're not strong. So stop faking it. Because when push comes to shove, your government's going to have to pay the bill. And it's going to show up on your doorstep. Moving on. You're welcome. Yeah, just trying to save you money. That's it. Just trying to save you money. Guys, this is really serious, okay? Like, do not try to protect me. I'm fine. When it comes to the people of the woods, when it comes to the people that actually know how to hide in this town, which isn't any of you, no offense, it's my people, don't worry about them. They're not going to hurt you. They're more mad at me than they are at you, all right? I have control, not of them, but of the situation. So let me worry about it. I'm not afraid of them. They're my people. And I'll tell you, if they kick my ass, then it is what it is. But don't try getting involved. Don't. You will start a race war. You will start a gang war. You will start an international war. Don't do it. Just stay uninvolved. Let me handle my people. I'll worry about it. And then when it's done, I'll give you a debrief. We'll talk about it. I've always had a nervous twitch. I've always bounced my leg. I've always been that way. I've done this my whole life. For a short time I didn't, and then I started bouncing my leg again. And as I told you before, it doesn't matter if you believe me or not, I got access to every human on the planet when it comes to the criminal justice system. Like I have 9.5 billion people, documented and undocumented, to go to jail for me before I would ever have to deal with the law. Because I earned it. That's how fucking hard I worked in my 30 years of life. So, stop wasting our resources. This is my request. You'd buy another phone if that happened. Well, they'll hack that one too. That's just how it works. You know, like, people will tell you these new iPhones are unbreakable. Guys, I know people on the street with IQs under 100 that could hack an iPhone 14. Just don't believe them. Why they tell you that is so that when you get incarcerated and the cops get your phone, you're convinced that they can't get into it. And all they do is just give $50 to some homeless criminal and they hack your phone in like 5 minutes. And then they arrest the person that hacked it. All right. Well, what did you think was going to happen? You give me shit, you get shit. Welcome to real life. It's matching your energy. No, I'm having a pretty good day. I'm annoyed about smelling like shit. I'm annoyed and being covered a week and a half's worth of sweat. And I'm annoyed with these scumbag motherfuckers continuing to say it's not their fault or their problem. So if my problems aren't yours, then your motherfucking problems aren't mine. That's how that works. Right? Yeah. My problems aren't yours, so your problems aren't mine. And when my problems become your problems will become my problems. That's how society works. Don't feel guilty about it. Don't get your morals involved. These are social ethics. Grow the fuck up and get over it. And if you can't get over it, then you don't got enough game to play. If you get emotional, you lose. That's how it works. Trust me, I would know. Yeah, you don't want to spend your time doing that type of shit. You know, in my opinion, it's better not to be exposing people and calling them out unless you really have to. For me, I'm motivating people, and the way I'm doing it is effective, so I'm doing it. But it's definitely not my mode of ethics. It's not the way that I behave or operate. You know, it's less acceptable, but it is what it is. Sometimes people with, higher testosterone get a little full of themselves. It is what it is. But notice I didn't blame the gender. It's not a gender thing. It's literally a testosterone thing. Basic biology. All you got to do is open a book one time. It'll change your whole life. You'd be surprised. So many people got it all figured out and never opened a fucking basic science book from 3rd grade. That's all it takes for you to get over a lifetime of bullshit and lies. Social misarticulation. Just open one motherfucking book and you'll learn. I'm not being an asshole. I'm being serious. Try it. Find out. I'm not that smart. I just read. Okay, I'm pretty smart, but I'm smart enough to read. And if you're not smart enough to read, you're not smart enough to play. That's the truth. So don't play. Or at least don't play with me. Because I'm going to win anyway. I'm not going to have mercy on you in the game. That would be disrespectful to you. I'm going to treat you as an equal. I'm not giving you sympathy points in the game. Like, that's how disrespectful would that be to you? If I gave you sympathy points while we're playing the social competition game, then I'm the piece of shit because I'm treating you as less of an equal. You told me that I need to be more of an equalist. That's how I took it. And if you don't like that, next time just keep your mouth shut. That's what I recommend. Maybe next time we don't have to black out your eyes in the Instagram photo. You know, like, grow the fuck up. If you can't handle being in public, then don't do it. I'm out here. I'm the guy that in a private photo released by the press, I would have to have my eyes blacked out and my face blurred. And I'm doing a live stream in public in Hollywood because I don't give a fuck and I don't have to. But if you do, up your game or shut your mouth. Respectfully. Who wants a new social decree from an American king? From here on in, if you jangle your keys to remind someone of prison, you get to go to prison. Doesn't matter what you are or who you are. If you have citizenship in any country, if you jingle your keys to remind someone of prison with the intent of reminding them of prison, you will be tried in a court of law. End of story. Very cool. Good morning. How are you, Tight? No, you'd be surprised. I have wrinkles when I want to have wrinkles. That's also a more advanced thing. If you don't understand it, don't bring it up. It's not a gender thing. It's an anybody thing. If I took collagen and shrimp oil, my wrinkles would be gone in a month. All I have to do is drink broth, chicken or beef broth, preferably beef, and take shrimp oil. My wrinkles will be gone in a month. Also, I take aloe, drink aloe in my coffee. Do I still want to get married? To someone that wants nothing to do with me, maybe. Somebody that has their own life going on and just wants me for sex and socialization, you know? But for anything beyond that, not really. I've learned, like, I feel like people try to leech off me a lot. And I feel like I would end up feeling the same way about a girlfriend. And I don't want to disrespect somebody like that. And I could only handle so much. So, you know, I think if I was going to have a girlfriend, it'd be someone that is really just interested in, like I said, being intimate with me and going out and socializing together. More of a partner than a girlfriend, I guess you would say. But somebody that's not involved with me in any other way, but intimately and socially. That's where I'm at in my life. Excuse me. Cool. Mama Bear, thanks for the follow. Oh, is it true that Skid Row is dangerous and the Hotel Cecil? Well, let me put it this way. I've mentioned that I've been to Compton, and I've mentioned that I've done work in Compton. But I have lied and said that I've never been to Skid Row. That's how fucking bad Skid Row is. And what's even worse is a place I've never even mentioned, and that is Northern California. Pretty much all of Northern California it's hell. It's so bad, especially right now. Yeah. Like, I chose prison over Northern California back in 2023. Yeah. So don't go to NorCal. That's just stay away from NorCal. Skid Row, very dangerous. Compton, not anywhere near as dangerous as people try to say. It's not that bad. Compton is not that bad. It's scary. It has a scary reputation, but it's not that bad. It's good if you know how to get along with people and you have respect. But if you're some prissy prick and you show up in Compton, you're getting shot. That's real. You're dying on the street. That's real. But if you have respect and you keep your mouth shut, nobody cares. They won't even bother you. I tell you from personal experience. As far as Skid Row, it's a danger zone. It doesn't matter if you open your mouth or you don't. You're kind of getting yourself in trouble. It's no man's land. It's a rough spot. It's chaos at its best. Jane, what's up? How are you? Yeah, I don't really have an interest in living in the woods. I don't. I mean, do I want somewhere to live in the woods? I would love somewhere I could seclude to and escape to, but not as a daily living thing. You know, like a daily living situation. How did I like the coffee? Oh my gosh, it was delicious. Seasonal flavors. I do for like social media purposes, you know, to bring it back down to earth. To bring the conversation back down to earth after like a half hour of what the fuck. Yeah, I like the seasonal coffees that I could post on the internet and tell y'all about. I enjoy it for that reason. When I'm hanging out with people, I enjoy it for, you know, more personal reasons, but I don't get to do that too often. Do I get a lot of weirdos in the inbox? No, not really. Not really. You'd be surprised. Most people that are not the type of people I'd like to associate with stay away from me, and I stay away from them, and that's that. All right, sounds good. Have a good day. Thanks for the follow, Simon. Chad, thanks for the beans. Thanks for the flower. Aphrodite, thanks for the follow. Narissa, thanks for the follow. Good, how are you? Okay, so it's going to take me about 10 minutes to get where I'm going, so we're going to get walking. Oh, man. Okay. Well, I thought I was going to downsize today, but I guess we're not doing it just yet. Step. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4. Over and over again. Probably for the rest of my life. But whatever. I thought it was going to end, but I don't think it is. That's what I'm learning. I thought I got out of it when I got out of it, but I'll tell you, it just keeps getting more intense. That's fine. But do I want to stay on the bright side of life today? Yeah, I do. So I'm going to go in the shade where my phone doesn't overheat. See, I'll tell you, I'm used to being driven around. So, like, I'm out here, and I'm wanting to check my phone and go through my notifications and everything. And I'm realizing, wait, I have to use my own 2 feet, and I have to keep my phone in my hand. So, you know, I have both hands occupied. No. This sucks. Guys, I told you, I gotta take it one day at a time out here. I didn't cheat my way to where I'm at. And there's people that they'll want to cover for me and stuff. But you got to realize you're ruining my vibe. I got a very innocent vibe. And people hear innocent around here and they think, children? No, innocent. Innocent means innocent. And not in the children's way or in the law way. Just like I'm, simple. I don't know, like, what relational word do you need me to use? Just like very uninvolved, just very simple, where the complexities are left to happen on their own, like where life just happens and you don't think too much about it or open your mouth when you shouldn't. You're smart enough to say what you got to say when you got to say it to protect the people you got to protect. And then, people want that respect and they just haven't earned it yet. And then they want to go back. They're like, well, now we're going to go back to where you didn't have respect. They said, listen, I'm not trying to play this game for the rest of my life. I played it to learn it, and I played it to respect your environment. The second one being the first, But now, it's kind of like there's no holds barred, and I don't have any choice but to either ask you to move out of the way or have you get moved out of the way so I can get where I have to get to and do what I got to do. And that's in respect to you. Think of it this way. If a bridge was going to go down, if I didn't get in front of you, move over, because I don't want the bridge going down. And, sometimes I have to get ahead of you so I can find the person that's going to take down that bridge. That's that. Welcome from Africa. How are you? So if I annoy you by cutting in front of you socially, just get over it. Because it's, that way you don't have to deal with the repercussions of not letting me in front of you. Because there usually are some. Because I try to get involved in things that you don't want to have to get involved in. And if you get out of my way, then I can take care of something that would have ended up being a problem for you. You're 25. Well, welcome to the broadcast from Sierra Leone. Welcome from Sierra Leone. Welcome from Africa. You live in Macon City. Cool. See, I'll tell you something. Two things I've learned. You got the people that kind of are more socially involved with each other, right? And those are people that are more colonial, I guess you would say. And then you got people like myself that are more individualistic and pioneering. Most of the time in modern society, pioneering people stick with pioneering people. And, so how do I put this? Pioneering people often stick with pioneering people. And then people who are more communal stick with each other. I'm the type where I don't like the whole, you trade me this for that on a social level, right? And I don't like, how do I put this? I'm neither. I don't fit into either category. I'm not community driven enough to just fall in line, and I'm not independent enough to be keeping secrets with the big boys. So I kind of just mind my own business and stay out of the way. And I'm more of a contractor than somebody who's either committed to the situation or completely uninvolved. I'll take jobs here and there, or I'll help people here and there on both sides. And people say, "Oh, well then you don't have any loyalty, so you don't understand." I do. But when it comes to socioeconomics, I have to kind of ebb and flow with it. I'm more of a family-oriented person. I have my own world going on. I have my own life going on. I don't have time to commit myself to a particular type set of society. I was raised in an era. I was raised essentially in like a time capsule because I was raised by people who lived through the Great Depression. They were raised during the Great Depression. And so my life and the things that I've learned are mostly from the 20s and 30s and 40s and 50s. And then anything after that, is just a little more of a social education. So if you see the way that I move and the way that I act, there's old school, and then there's like, did this guy step out of a time machine? And for me, I'm kind of the guy that stepped out of a time machine. But I have trouble accepting that sometimes, but it's true. I'm not maladapted. I've adapted to modern society. But when people become ornery or disrespectful or ungrateful, I default to what I was taught and raised on in order to remind people of how much better of a life we have than people from, or maybe not socially, but say economically. Like you go back 100 years when the last pandemic happened, it wasn't good. People were dying on the street instead of just getting sick. And nowadays, it's just people are so soft that it's like they got sick during COVID and it was the end of the world for them. Well, I'll tell you, when COVID hit, nothing happened to anybody I knew. And anybody that did get sick, we either got them vaccinated or we got, we stayed with them until they either passed on or got healthy again. And for those that passed on, they were ready. They lived a good life, But people around here are actually that paranoid. They really are. They really are. And there's nothing you could do about that. There really isn't. But I'm not going to step aside in my life for people that aren't ready to live their own, if that makes any sense. And if you don't like it, then do something about it. I'll help you with your situation. But remember, the longer it takes me to get my situation sorted, the longer it's going to take for me to help you with yours. Like right now, I could be contributing in some way, shape, or form to what's going on with the fires in Ventura County. Instead, I'm busy walking to a porta potty just so I can go to the bathroom. And people say, oh, you're not helping. You're not doing this. You're not doing that. Well, how am I supposed to when I'm spending most of my day walking around and just making it to the bathroom and making it to somewhere to charge my phone? I'm spending most of my day doing nothing at all when I'm in the prime of my life in my youth. I mean, if anybody's the criminal, it's those people that are making it difficult for me to get forward in my life, because you're wasting my life and my youth that could be used to help support and move forward society. I could be using my skills and my intelligence to positively affect our society, and instead, you're using your grudges as an excuse to attack American society and attack your own people. By making my life harder, you're attacking your own people, because I'm supposed to be out there helping your people. And instead of helping your people, I have to walk to the porta potty. So blame yourself. Don't blame me. Because if it's not my fault, and it's not your fault, then it's nobody's fault. But as soon as you want to say it's my fault, I'm going to remind you, it's actually your fault. But I will be right back. I'm going to put you on mute. I have to go to the bathroom. Give me 5 minutes, maybe less. Don't forget to follow. Thank you. Okay, let's catch up on comments real quick. Where are we at? I'm good. How are you? Thanks for the follow. Did over 1 million people die of COVID in the U.S.? Yeah, they did. Do you know how many people died during influenza? More people died of influenza than died in World War I. More people, I will repeat that, more people died of influenza during World War I than died of war during World War I. You're new. Welcome to the broadcast. Yeah, that was actually a project I did while I was in school. I did some sort of report or something over influenza, about influenza. I had done my research, and I learned I think I was 11 or 12 years old at the time, but I had done my research and learned that worldwide, we usually have some sort of international epidemic or pandemic at least every 100 years. And so, obviously, that wasn't like appropriate information for being 12, 13 years old to present to your class. But I didn't know that at the time. I was socially inadept at that point in time. So I wrote my report, and I got a really good grade, but I lost a lot of friends because it freaked them all out. Yeah. 25, cool. I remember. St. Peter's Basilica in Rome once. Quite beautiful. Cool. Evan, thanks for the follow. You have to run to the store for a minute. All right, I'm here. Okay. Was I living on the streets during COVID? No, I was living in my car. No, me and my pregnant girlfriend were living in our car during COVID. It fucking sucked. Nobody wanted to help. Nobody gave a shit. And when it finally got hard enough, when we got enough attention to actually get some help, they split us up and I got arrested. Yeah. I accidentally exposed an international network of, human trafficking, child trafficking. I accidentally exposed that. I didn't do it on purpose, obviously. Yeah, that happened. I can talk about that now. I'm done. I'm done talking. I mean, that's all I'm going to say to you. I'm not going to give you any more details because, it's just a very, very sensitive subject. But it's terrible. It is terrible. It was just me and my woman trying to settle down with our kid that was coming to be born. And just by being in such a vulnerable situation together, it attracted a lot of people that were involved in that type of lifestyle and those, in that form of criminality. And then going across the whole country, just trying to escape them and escaping corrupt law enforcement. We accidentally exposed a national network of human trafficking. And then just due to my social media presence, incidentally exposed an international network of human trafficking. And ended up getting the whole network shut down and pulled it all the way from the root on accident. Literally just by trying to get our family settled, that all happened. So, we don't take credit. I don't take credit. I don't know about her, but we don't take credit for doing any of that because we didn't do it on purpose. We were just trying to get our family situated. And I'm talking on a personal level, I was in the middle of something, but what I was in the middle of had nothing to do with my family at all. But once again, incidentally, what I was in the middle of at that time of my life, mixed with me being with my family in that way, ended up attracting people that got pulled from the root. And I think that's now happening here in Hollywood. And just, once again, keep me out of it. Learn from the last incarceration. I want nothing to do with it. Don't worry about your secrets. I don't give a shit about them. No offense. Didn't then, don't now. I care about the public, but I'm not Batman, That's what law enforcement's for. Let them take care of it on their own. I won't rat you out, but if you open your mouth about me, then I might find out your name because you spoke about me. And then at that point, it's on you.
just because of my social presence. But if you keep my name out of your mouth, then I promise you, I'll probably never learn yours. And even if I do, I don't want anything to do with whatever you got going on that ain't legal. But if you're not involved in a negative way and you were just trapped in it, once it's over, if you escape it, hit me up, But if you need my help on a personal level, my life has gotten past the point where I could help you like that. I'm not involved on that deeply anymore. So there's not much I could do. But I could put in a good word for you if you ever need the assistance. Just remember, when it comes to that level of power, there's a lot of greed and a lot of corruption. And when I say you can't trust anybody, I mean, don't be paranoid, because that's only going to get you screwed over. But don't trust anybody either. Like, that's survival advice. Welcome to America. Oh. Thanks for the follow. Thanks for the follows. How was my lunch in Santa Monica yesterday? Sounds awesome. A lot of fun. It was good. We went down to the beach, hung out for about an hour, had something to eat, and then came back. He was surprised. He was like, don't you want to hang out here longer? I didn't have time. I had stuff to do, But flex the biceps. No, they're so small right now, it's not even funny. I walk like they're big because my body remembers my biceps being large, or my lats. But right now, if you see me walking around and I look like I'm walking like I got muscles, it's because I used to, and my brain still thinks they're there. But until I get them back, I just kind of walk funny. When do they do the movie night in Santa Monica? I don't know. I have to look it up. I don't know. I'm not going on my own to do it. I used to. I used to go on my own, but if I'm going to go back to Santa Monica for the movie night, I'm going to plan ahead and have a date with me. And that's just, that's how I roll. But I have to admit, I'm kind of tired of doing the male date thing, because I'm not into men. And, it's getting tiresome. So I don't mind covering for your boyfriends, but there comes a point where you got to let me go on an actual date. I don't mind helping your community. I don't mind helping you in your relationship. But if you haven't noticed, it's going a little too far. All right. Well, I got to charge up. I will be back. Don't do too much without. No, I'm just kidding. Live your life. Enjoy yourself. I'll see you soon. And stay safe. Take it lightly. Don't take it to heart, ever. Don't take it as disrespect either. Just take it lightly, because that's just how I do. That really, yes, I really joke around that often. I really do, and I go that hard about it. If I even bring you up, see, take it as a compliment. Honestly, if I ever even mention you, take it as a compliment. You or your group or whatever. Take it as, even if I'm insulting you, you should take it as a compliment that I'm even thinking about you. Because 9 times out of 10, I only think about myself. So, truthfully, okay, maybe I'm lying. Maybe I'm not. I don't know. But, good. How are you, Francis?
I am. Guess. Guess where I am. Yes, I'm in America. By the way, if you ever see me in public and you want to say hi and you know it's me, right? Come say hi. Just make sure, okay? Because realize that out here, I'm always on edge. I'm always I'm always up in arms and careful. So, I might flip out like a crazy homeless person at first. I'm not going to lie to you. I might. But if you know it's me and you want to say hello, just be like, hey, Step, or hey, James, or hey, live streamer. Like, or you're that guy from the internet. You can do that. And then I'll see you coming and I won't like freak out. But if I don't know who it is, 9 times out of 10, it's like somebody that wants something from me that I don't know, that isn't a fan. So, there's always people that want shit from me. So if you want to say hi, that's cool. Just let me know ahead of time so I don't scare you off on accident. Thank you. Jason, thanks for the follow. Mika, what's up? How are you? That's good. Good to see you too. One down, 2 to go. Now, I'm going to drink my juice here before I have anything else. Mika, thanks for the lollipops. Before I get into my ramen, I'm going to have my juice. So, okay. There is a store out here called Trader Joe's, right? And they got really good stuff. I hadn't been in a Trader Joe's until I was almost 30 years old. Didn't even know it existed. I've heard of it, but not really like at all. Excuse me. So they have like really good organic stuff. One of my favorite things to get. They have this what is it? This is in a bottle from the market. They have a market over on what do you call it? Ivar, where they do a farmer's market, and you can get. There's a guy that sells these. He sells like coffee drinks in glass bottles, and so I get the bottle and I reuse it. But at Trader Joe's, they sell this green juice, right? This mixture of different greens, and it's really, really healthy for you. Now, be careful if you don't have a regulated diet. If you drink one of these and you drink the whole thing, you might get a little sick the first time. But it really cleans out your system. It's really good for you. I like drinking them. I drink them a lot, but that's just me. I had me some clam chowder, and then I have ramen. But I'm also going to drink my greens. Especially if I have a night where I go out drinking with my friends, or I eat something that ain't really healthy for me. I like to chug one of these, and it cleans my system real quick. It does. It does cleans my system real quick. Rebecca, what's up? How are you? Hi, ID. I am from the USA. Where are you from? Do I know any senator, congressman, or governor? I cannot confirm nor deny. Why do you ask? Uh, Mika, what's yum? Yeah. He goes, ew. No, it's good. It's good though. It's good. All you have to do is have pretzels or popcorn with the green juice. It's like I said. This isn't matcha. This isn't maca. This is it's a mixture of greens. So like wheat, grass, and all that stuff is in here. And if you have pretzels, you have popcorn, pretty much any food that's going to absorb all the extras, then you still have a good, solid, healthy, bowel movement. But this is really good for you. It does. It cleans you out. I don't know how else to say it. I have a very healthy immune system and a very healthy digestive system. And it's large in part because of my diet and how I eat. And because I include really healthy stuff. So I still do eat really bad sometimes. Like I'll eat fast food and stuff like that. But then I always make sure to cleanse before I go back to a healthy diet. One of the worst things you could do is eat both. Really unhealthy and really healthy food at the same time. Confuses the heck out of your body. And it just throws all your hormones out of whack. It could lead to mental illness. Like no joke, not even kidding. So just with all the added extras, in the artificial food and the synthetic food, and then just to cut yourself off completely and then be eating natural food, your body gets very confused. London says, answer your call. You didn't call me. What do you mean answer your call? I didn't have a phone call from you. As far as I know. Zace, welcome to the broadcast. You're working on a $2 billion deal. Nice. That's good. I was just talking through Bluetooth a little earlier. Let's call it Bluetooth. I was having a conversation via outdated government chip earlier today with somebody that doesn't exist. And, I was explaining to him how when they're calling me to frickin' handle things and do a little method acting to help them solve a crime, it's costing them so much money. It's costing them more money than it's worth. And it's good that they have those kind of principles, that they're happy to help those people based on principle. But you got to understand it's really affecting my reputation, especially in town, because it's making me look like an idiot. And I'm looking crazy. Because you got to realize I'm walking around town claiming to have a chip in my head, talking out loud without an earpiece in. Makes me sound like a freaking psychopath, okay? So can I prove? Yes. Will I? No. Because I'll be murdered by government contractors. And none of us need that. So for me, I just kind of told them, look, I'm done. Especially considering law enforcement is just, getting a kick out of it. Which I don't blame them. I look hilarious. But I need to move on with my life. I'm glad to grant them that comedy, a little something to get the edge off during the day. But I need to move on with my life and stop looking like a nut job. I really do. I smell like shit. I look crazy. And it's not attractive. It doesn't fit the persona of the lifestyle I'm supposed to be living. So in order to move on from this lifestyle, I kind of just have to stop doing crazy shit. There's just nothing else to it. Goes click the humans. I don't know. Lisa, welcome to the broadcast. Hola. ¿Cómo está? Lisa, good morning. Mariana, welcome from Texas. It's a bot. Just block them. What's up, Kat? How are you? Selma, welcome to the broadcast. Put you in the box. You want to... Now, are you talking about the kill box or are you talking about the cold box? Because we got a cold box in jail. And then we got a kill box in real life. So if you don't shut your mouth, I'm going to put you in a cold kill box. And we're going to wrestle, me and you, naked. It's going to be a lot of fun. And only one of us is going to come out dead. And don't worry, they'll resuscitate us. So it'll be okay. Click the humans. Yeah, I play hardcore. Dying is scary. I don't know if you've ever died, but it's not fun. Your call is there. I don't see it. Where? Answer your call. You're not calling me. I am not getting any phone calls right now. I don't know what you're talking about. He goes, now. I don't know what you're talking about. Jojo, what's up? How are you? Welcome to the broadcast. Thanks for the hearts. Welcome from New Zealand. How are you? DJ Mike, what's up, dude? Mika goes, exactly. I don't know what's going on. Thanks for the follow. Sweet love, welcome to the broadcast. And I still remember a guy that told me he had a chip. It was the first time I ever had anybody else tell me they have a chip, a government chip. And I realized how fucking insane I sound. I did not realize how crazy I sounded talking about having a chip back here, right? A government chip. And then I heard somebody else say that they have a government chip, and I realized how fucking crazy it sounds. And so now I try not to say it too often. I try not to talk about it. But, you know, so essentially it's like outdated technology. Some asshole somewhere, you know, got that technology from the government. They're really rich. And they thought, well, this kid's smart. He knows what he's doing. Chip him. We can follow him around and get him to do shit we want him to do. Well, I'm a really smart guy, and I'm really powerful and strong. And so I have overpowered this chip that was put in by, you know, an unnamed party. And it's fucking hilarious because I have utilized what I've learned in my experiences to reverse engineer the chip. And so now I utilize this outdated government chip that is in my brain to tune into conversations that I am not legally privy to, that I am not governmentally sanctioned to listen to. And if you don't like it, you can talk to the people that decided to put it in there. And it's that simple. And some people thought I was nuts. And then I had a conversation that hadn't even been written down on paper to be considered classified yet, out loud. I was talking about stuff that I was talking about a government project that hadn't even yet been classified. So they're like, all right, we believe you. And then that was it. It was either they accept that I'm telling the truth when I say I got a chip, or we say that I'm clairvoyant. And so either one sounds unbelievable, but we had to go with one or the other. Mika goes, wee woo. That's the thing, though. I'm good. If I was lying, I wouldn't be out here. That's the thing of it. Nobody believes it. And then I start talking about it, and they're like, wait, where's the ambulance? And I'm like, it's not on the way. No offense, but it ain't coming. Because I'm telling the truth. And that's even scarier. I know. It's scarier. But it is what it is. Good, Jojo. Good. Mika goes, about that weird London guy. Oh, I don't know. I ain't worried about him. Thanks for feeding my dino, Chelsea. Answer your call. I don't know what you're talking about. Thanks for the wine. Thanks for the glow sticks. Thanks for the candy. Thank you for the gift boxes. Thanks for pulling on my dick. Yeah, thanks for all the candy. Whoever's doing that, I don't know. Somebody's pulling on it. It might just be my pants. I don't know. Thanks for the beans. Viper, welcome to broadcast. Whoa. Thank you for 40 beans, Viper. Mika goes, dang, that's horrible. It is what it is. I'm good, though. I haven't really talked about it in a while. I've been doing pretty good. You know, I was paid a lot of money. I'll be right back. I'm not supposed to accept this, but I'm going to do it anyway. Okay. I wasn't asking for anything. I'm not a beggar, but happy Norwegian Father's Day. All right. Thanks for the hearts. Country trick. Check one of the broadcast. That was quick. Thanks, Mika. Yeah, I try. You'd be surprised. When I want to be quick, I'm quick. If I don't want you to see me, you never knew to even think about the possibility that I was ever there to begin with. I'm really good with that. Like, really good. So have I ever been to a whole bunch of celebrity parties that I was never invited to? No. No, I wasn't. Of course I wasn't. Why would I have been? That doesn't make any sense. That's totally inappropriate. I would never do anything like that. Have I ever made out with or had sex with celebrities? No, of course not. That'd be disgusting. I mean, look at my life situation. That would never happen. Oh, God, that's good. God, did I miss ramen. I haven't been eating ramen noodles just on the paranoia of going to prison or going to jail, right? But I finally gave in. I said, you know what? Fuck it. If I'm getting put away, then it would have happened already. So I'm going to do what I want. Now, I like my ramen noodles. So I took $7. Yep, $7. And I went, as a reference to $7 Productions. Also just joking around. I go real hardcore with this stuff, I do. And I went online to Amazon, and I spent $7 on this giant pack of ramen. I'm telling you, I got like 15 packs of ramen, or 12 or 14 packs of ramen for $7. And I got them delivered. Get this. I got them delivered to Ovation. I got them delivered to the Amazon box, Tasman, at Ovation. It was so hilarious to be walking in there in the condition I'm in, walk up to the Amazon box like a boss, and just pop it open and pull out all my ramen. It was just, to me, it was funny. To most people, they're like, who the heck cares? Well, you got, y'all, all of you do, you know? And so being in my position and just going up and walking into Ovation like a boss, but looking like I just came from working 25 hours, landscaping, and then I'm pulling something out of the Amazon box. It was pretty cool. Because everybody thinks I'm stupid just because of my life situation. There's so many people that think I'm dumb. And then I just walked right up to the Amazon box and pulled out my ramen and walked away. And I've just never really done anything like that. I don't do a lot of smart stuff around here because it's like, when you're around people that don't think you're smart, it's better not to do a whole lot of smart stuff because they get jealous really quickly or they get angry with you. So I try not to show off too much, but I did something that normal people would do. And as usual, I made a thing of it. So that was fun. Me too, Mika. Me too. Oh boy, yeah. Sunshine, thanks for the follow. Yeah, because I could have went to Yoshinoya and spent $15 on one bowl of ramen, or get like 14 to 16 packs of ramen for $7. $7! And I would have gotten even more of a discount if I had a better address that I could provide them with, so I could do it on the internet to deliver it directly to me. You could do the subscribe and save, but I didn't have that, so I did this. Oh, my pet upgraded to level 6. Thank you. All right. Ah! Oh my God, an itty bitty piece of ramen. That man is homeless. He must be incompetent. He's going to hit my car. I'm not going to hit your car. I'm not stupid. Yes, you're pretty. Like, it's not my fault. What's up, Abby? How are you? How do I cook the noodles, though? I keep trying to tell people. All right. So I said this out loud before I was live, which made me sound like a nut, but I did it anyway. So ramen noodles do not... Alert! Tell everybody. Let everybody know. Ramen noodles do not require hot water. Ramen noodles only require water or some form of liquid, as long as you let them sit long enough. The chemicals in the noodles will cook them on their own. All you need is some form of a liquid to activate the chemicals in the ramen, and they will cook themselves. Cool. I bet it was crazy. Me too. I'll tell you what. Donald Trump winning, it changes everything, man. This is going to be, things are going to be scary. Scary. Like, people around here don't just hate him. They want him dead. Like, it's bad. And now that he won, it's going to be even scarier. I don't know what we're going to do in this state. I really don't. And I'm not excited to see how it's going to go. But I told people, hey, this is my new home. I'm not leaving. They got a hard time believing me. But I'll tell you what, Donald Trump won the election, and I didn't leave. So if that's worth anything, even though knowing more than likely we're going to end up in a civil war, I haven't left the state. And the battleground would probably be here, if not anywhere else. And I still haven't left the state. I'm here. And y'all can be excited. If I get this housing on Tuesday, I'm probably going to start an OnlyFans. I need an income. And people pay me for being in my underwear. So just imagine what they'll pay me on OnlyFans, you know?
Dando vueltas, entonces el agua se está moviendo.
Stop warning me. This is your last warning. To stop warning me. To anybody warning me, it's your last warning to stop warning me. Dion says, every time you see a white person, you think about slavery. My God, you must be stupid. That sucks. I wonder what it's like to be mentally handicapped. Got it. What did I say about the side jobs? I don't care how much you're paying me. I don't care. I said no. I know you don't have anything to do with that, obviously. Thank you for the beat. Like I said no. I don't think you understand. Like, people don't care whether or not I look like a racist. They don't care. Either way, I look like a racist. There's nothing I can do about it. I'm not one. People know that I'm not one. So the fact that I look like one doesn't change that people are nice to me because they know I'm not one. So if you want to play the racist card, don't worry. I once called Oprah my nigga. Yeah. And I got away with it. So when you can do that, let me know. Yeah. When you're so naive that you can get away with that, let me know. Good. I'm glad. Always glad. Good. How are you? What am I eating? Ramen. What Oprah was Oprah upset about? No, I was like a nobody at that point. She didn't care. I never got blocked or anything. So I guess it was like semi okay. Yeah. Yeah, I'm white. I'm Norwegian, I'm white, whatever you want to call it. Yeah, it sucks. Depression sucks. But it's okay. Don't worry. It'll all be over soon. Santa, what's up? How are you? Good, Mr. Who? I can't read that. Mr. Who? Poggy. Ah, thank you. For anyone that doesn't know, Poggy is like handsome or attractive. I think it's was it Vietnamese or no, Filipino in the Philippines. Poggy is like real cute or attractive. A Poggy or Poggy, I can't remember how to pronounce the word. Yeah, I hear you. Excuse me. Thanks for the bean. Thanks for the bell. Yeah. If you even think about taking my backpack, you should think about taking my pack. You should remember what happened to all the people involved in the stealing of my backpack. A lot of bad things, both legal and illegal, that I had nothing to do with any of them. I don't even know who did it. I'm not kidding you. I saw somebody walking down the street with something that belonged to me, and they had a broken arm. The time I saw them before that, they didn't have a broken arm. Is it connected? I don't know. But I would venture to say it probably is, considering I never saw that person get hurt in any way, shape, or form before that. But I don't have anything to do with it, and I honestly don't know who did it. I don't have a clue. All I know is they were walking around with my government phone, and I didn't say a fucking word about it because they had a broken arm. So you know what? They got what's theirs, and the longer they walk around with it, the more it's going to come to them. So, not my problem. When they die in the porta potty, I don't know anything about it. I'll just pick up my phone out of their cold dead hands. Fucking cruel, but not really. Shouldn't have stole from me. Abigail's Poggy too. Thank you. I have other platforms, you know. I have Snapchat, you know. Thanks for the beans, sir. Thanks for the glow stick, Chelsea and Abby. Thank you for the gifts. Welcome to Beagle, those that are new. Rachel, welcome to the broadcast. Thanks for the follow. Yeah, thanks for the glow stick, Abby. Lawa, thanks for the follow. I'll tell you, the longer that I'm on this app, and the more time I spend on this app, the more sexualized I become. It's just this app is so sexual. It's just so, sexually focused. It really is. I hate to say it, but it's true. Hawa, thanks for the follow. Yeah, don't ever steal from me. Like, ever. Unless you feel like having to buy, like, 3 new cars, don't steal from me. There's somebody else that stole from me that lives down in Garden Grove. I was trying to help him out. I feel bad for him. But in the past, he had taken a lot from me.
Crashed his car again. Crashed another car. Trying to be there for him, but he won't let me be. He's like blaming me for stuff that's happening to him because of what he did to me. That makes sense to me. Using my name, way worse than calling Candyman. Way worse. Or better, if you have good things to say. You know? Like on TikTok. I'll tell you, I like it on TikTok. Abby, thanks for the beans and the kisses. I appreciate it. Don't forget to add me, all right? Because I'm looking to have more conversation and be more, have more deep conversations with people and actually get on phone calls and get closer to people. I really am. Like, I'm getting lonely and I need people to talk to. Thanks for the hearts. Oh, TikTok. Something I do like about TikTok, I have to admit, they have a feature on TikTok where if you talk about somebody, it says it at the bottom. So as I'm scrolling through live streams, it says such and such a person mentioned you. And so they're like in the broadcast, in the live broadcast, they said something about me. They used my name. And so it shows me that they talked about me. And so I go into their broadcast. That's pretty cool. I thought that was really cool. So you won't be lonely. Thank you. But having some people to like text and Snapchat with is really nice. So if you have the time. Okay. Cool. Well, my battery's dying a little faster than I expected. But it's starting to slow down finally. You don't have Snap. That's fine. I got a phone number. I have multiple.
How you doing, buddy?
Good. How are y'all?
All right.
That was very kind. Yeah, he was very kind. I don't know. Okay, I might be lying, I might not, but can't tell you. I try not to say too much about people I meet in real life while I'm on the internet. Loneliness can hurt the soul. Oh, you're never lonely. Thank you, Alyssa. Thanks for the follows. Nice to see you have so many friends in LA. I don't know about friends. I just have people that are kind to me. People that may want to be a witness if they ever try to mark me as nuts. or defend me, if I was ever accused of something. You never know. But, hopefully people have good things to say about me instead of bad. I hope. I can only hope. But I'm going to be fucking cold tonight. I don't know what I was thinking. I really don't. You know what? As a matter of fact, I'm not going to be stupid here. I'm going to message a friend of mine. I'm going to see if he has any blankets with him. See if he can drop them off for me. Give me a second. Let's see. Send you my number. Send you. Thank you. Yes, absolutely. Cool. All right. Kindness is good as long as it's genuine. Yeah, absolutely. I want you to be prepared, okay? Anybody that wants to associate with me on a personal level, I am a professional at deception. Be aware of that, okay? I spent a decade of my life working with spies. That was literally what I did. I worked with spies and I worked with special operators in the U.S. military and militaries around the world. So literally, if I say turn on a light, there's 7 people that'll turn lights on across the world to have a meeting. Like if I say it's time for a meeting, I got like groups of people that do exactly what I say when I tell them to do it. I know that sounds fucking nuts, but I'm not making it up.
So, it's kind of a thing. I think it's funny. Some people don't. Because, now I just fuck around with the power, whereas I used to just do what I should. I don't break the law, but, I joke around a little bit more than I used to. But if you want to talk to me, understand that I'm going to be honest with you. But if I fuck around or I be a dick or I lie to you or something, trust me when I tell you I will always have a very good reason. And if you're the type of person that can't handle being lied to, then don't talk to me. Because if I feel like I have to lie to you to protect you, that's exactly what I'm going to do. And I just want you to be prepared for that. Is that I'm a very honest person. But if I see you in a position of vulnerability or gullibility, and I know that you can't defend yourself from something that you don't understand and you believe you understand it, maybe you're ignorant in the situation, I may have to, do whatever is necessary to protect you. And that's just how I am. I do my best not to ghost you. That's something I really try not to do to anyone. But from time to time, it does happen. Just, A lot of what I just said probably didn't make any sense, but I tried. Baby girl, thanks for the follow. Abby, thanks for the Libra. Thanks for the bean. Well, it's nice to see you tonight. Thanks, nice to see you too. Let me put my stuff away real quick, okay? Give me a couple of minutes here, or like a minute or two, so I can just put my stuff away. I'm just mad that it's going to be cold tonight. You know what, though? No, I can fold over my mattress. I can fold it over me. I'll be fine. It's going to be cold either way, but I'll be okay. Here's the thing. I have all my clothes, right? I have all of them. Oh, that's right. Let me send this message before I forget. Nice to see you. Things. Don't mess with my kindness. Yeah, absolutely. Give me 2 seconds. I was waiting on your text or your message. Okay. Love the sleep mask. Thank you. It's a good addition. I like it. And it works. Every night I wake up and it's not on my head, but that's okay. At least I go to sleep with it on and it keeps the light out of my eyes. Weighted blanket to keep you warm. I forgot it in my buddy's car. I sent him a text to ask him if he could swing by here. So hopefully he'll have he should have my stuff in his car. Some of my stuff. I just forgot it in his car. And I have room in my bag too. That's why I'm kicking myself about it. Thought it was a hat. Yeah, doesn't it? It looks like one of them Russian hats. When you don't see from the sides, it looks like one of those Russian hats. But give me 1 second. I'll show you. Check this out. Look at that. $7 on Amazon. $7 on Amazon. People are out here spending $7 on a drink at 7-Eleven. You can spend $7 on Amazon on a pack of these and get it shipped to one of the boxes. You don't even have to have an address. It's free. Doesn't cost any money. Furry Russian hat, yeah. Do you know how many people in town keep thinking that I'm getting set up? And then when I'm like not in prison, they're like, wait, why isn't he incarcerated? Because they're lying to you. What would I get set up for? Why would I get in trouble? Why would I go to jail? I'm not doing anything wrong. You know, like, I'm good. Raw ramen noodles. Yeah, me too. They're like chips. You can eat them like chips. You know what? I might have to sleep in my sea bag tonight. You guys are going to laugh at me, but I might have to sleep in my mattress and inside my sea bag just to stay warm tonight. Because I don't know if he's going to answer me or not. I don't know. Water says, yeah. I have my sea bag. So if he does, just in case he doesn't message me, I'd have something to use like a blanket or a sleeping bag. That's the thing. People don't know. If you ever had a sea bag, what's a sea bag? A sea, like I don't know how to describe it. It's a bag. It's just a big bag. And it opens and closes on the top it's a sea bag. I don't know what else to describe it to you as. But it has a thing here, and you go like this, and you fold it over a couple of times. And there's 4 different things you fold it over with, and you clip it, and then that's it. I'm doing it the lazy way so people doubt me. Because people are that gullible. But, like, human-sized duffel. Yeah. Yep, and it's perfect. I can't tell you how many, oh my God, how many times I've had to sleep in a sea bag. That really didn't come out right. But seriously, like there's been situations where I was just in a sticky situation and I stuffed myself in a bag. And I hid in a corner and nobody even knew I was there. And it works. It really does. Like if you ever have somebody looking for you that isn't supposed to be looking for you and you're not safe, grab a trash bag. I know that sounds insane, but I'm serious. If the cops won't believe you, just get a trash bag, hide in the trash bag, and like put yourself in a corner until morning. And then just hope that they're not taking trash out that day. It works. It does. Or you put yourself in a sea bag. If you have a sea bag where you normally have stuff in it, and you have stuff that you can afford to ditch your stuff and sleep in the bag. It works. Are those expensive? Like 40, 50 bucks. I mean, this isn't really a high quality one. It's okay. But, like, I'll tell you, I drug this one through town. Like, I literally drug it through town. And in one day, it had got some holes in it. Where, like, a real sea bag, it's not going to be getting holes in it like that. So this one, it's half duty. You know, it's like a paramilitary instead of like a full blown, you know, military bag. But it works. You know, better than none. Thanks for feeding my dino. Thanks for the hearts. But yeah, like I said, so tonight my blankets aren't on me, so I use this. I got me a little sleeping bag. And then something I always carry on me. Because of you, you're eating ramen. Because of me, you're eating ramen noodles and soy sauce raw. Yum. Absolutely yum. 2 things I always carry on me. Or 3 things. And I don't have the third on me right now. The first is called permethrin. Okay, Brittany, thanks for the follow. ID, thanks for the follow. Abby says you could probably fit in an actual duffel bag. Maybe. I'll fit in there with you. The first one is permethrin. If you've never heard of permethrin, you can Google it. It is a spray that you can put on your clothes and your property, and it keeps bugs away. Okay? Permethrin is like a long-term solution to bug spray. It's like bug spray, except far more effective. It keeps ticks off, it keeps spiders off, and all sorts of regular bugs. So regular bug spray has DEET. DEET is good for mosquitoes and maybe flies. But permethrin keeps ticks away, keeps flies definitely keep away,
and it kills bugs on contact. So you're not supposed to put it on your skin or on your clothes, like your immediate, any clothes that are touching your body. But permethrin is one thing I usually have on me that I haven't gotten to order yet. I don't really deal with a lot of bugs out here anyway, but it's the city, right? I'm not in the middle of nowhere. So, cozy, yes. A second thing I always keep on me is hydrogen peroxide. I always keep peroxide on me, preferably in a spray bottle. If you have any cuts or wounds, a really fast way to heal them is that you have a spray bottle, you got, peroxide, and you just spray it, and then you let it do its job. It's going to foam up and do what it does, right? And then you just do that every time that you get gunk in it, every time you get dirt in it, you just spray it with peroxide, and eventually it will heal on its own. And you don't have to sit there and be picking at it, pulling all the dirt and everything out. The peroxide just dissolves it on its own for you. And then the third thing is I always have some sort of good smelling spray, whether it's Febreze, whether it's cologne. I always have one of those types of sprays on me because you never know when you're going to have to go a couple of days or even a couple of weeks without showering. And so it's always good to have something on you that's going to give you a little bit better of a smell. Because nowadays, in the modern world, natural body scents are considered to be gross, and the human brain registers them as gross instead of healthy, which they are healthy, naturally speaking. But so if you notice, there's a lot of women that are attracted to me, even though I have extreme BO. It's because the human brain knows that natural body odor is related to someone that works hard, right? So it's actually really attractive that I smell. Women naturally find it very attractive that I smell. But on a social level, it's considered very unattractive. So I try to use sprays such as cologne, deodorant, or, Febreze when necessary. Abby says, you hate ticks and spiders? Grew up in the country, no thanks. Yeah, I feel you on that. They get in the way, they're annoying. I hate ticks. Ticks freak me out. Ticks freak me out to no end. I can handle a spider. Spiders to me aren't that scary. But ticks freak me out so bad. I freaking hate ticks. Just the thought of something getting under your skin and not being able to get it out just skeeves me to no end. And if you don't know how to remove a tick, I'll tell you real quick, it's not that hard. What you do is you either take a lighter, and I know this sounds gross, but I'm just giving you two home remedies. This is not medical advice, but something we do in the country. You take a lighter and you put the flame really close to the tick. Don't burn it, because if you burn it, you'll kill it and it'll get stuck in your skin. You could end up getting Lyme disease. You could end up getting some sort of disease out of it. But you put the lighter close enough to the tick that it heats up real bad and it's attracted to heat. So if you're lucky, it's going to pull out of your skin and go towards that heat. And as soon as it pulls out of your skin, you just flick it off your body. And then second is Vaseline. A lot of people don't know this, but if you put Vaseline on your skin where there's a tick, it will suffocate the tick because the tick is breathing from outside of your skin. And so if you put Vaseline on your skin where the tick is, it's going to suffocate the tick. The tick is going to come out of your skin, and then you can remove it. Yeah, you're welcome. I don't know why I just nerded out for a minute, but I had a little nerd moment. See, I try not to leave my compression socks on all night because it's no good for blood flow. Because what happens, if you leave the compression socks on overnight, then your blood flow gets accustomed to the, the size of your feet. I don't know how else to say it, but, your blood flow, it becomes adjusted to the size of your feet being smaller when you're wearing compression gear. You have to take off that compression gear or you're going to end up with blood flow issues. You're going to end up with you could end up with diabetes over leaving compression socks on too long. So just be aware. You are definitely talking to a walking pro. All right, on that one. When it comes to walking, I really know what I'm doing. Corey, thanks for the follow. Okay, so we're going to flip this around because I am not pocket face now. Pocket's going to face me so I can hide it. I don't have anything out of it. I'll tell you, this bag is huge. I cannot carry this for long, maybe a couple of days. But I have a buddy in mind that I want to give it to already. So, thanks for the follow.
Oh, that's half red. Half red. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? And then
Yeah. What the heck? Oh, what happened? Did I pull? Oh, I pulled it off my phone. How the heck did that happen? Oh, darn it. Well, I pulled some of the tape, I guess the tape off my phone and the voting sticker. Guys, you want to know how lucky of a person I am? Look at that. I had my voting sticker on my phone, and now it's on my wallet. And it's literally taped onto my wallet on accident. On accident. I accidentally, while shuffling with my phone and my wallet in my pocket, accidentally taped my voting sticker to my wallet. That's how lucky of a person I am. Yeah. And whenever you're dealing with locks, I'll tell you, if you got jeans or anything like this, might sound stupid. I might sound like I'm saying something you already know. But if you're wearing jeans or something and you work with locks like, I'll show you. Like a lock that you have to unlock and take off and you have nowhere else to put it. People crack me up. They're like, oh, where do I put the lock? Where do I put it down? Put it on your belt loop. They say, oh, it'll fall off. Just click it onto your belt loop. People just don't think of the simplest things. Take your lock, hook it onto your belt loop, and close the lock. And when you need it, grab your key. And when it comes to your property, any type of property that has zippers or anything, always get travel locks. Always. You are so much less likely to have your stuff stolen if it has locks on it. I can tell you when someone stole my gray backpack, they didn't touch my suitcase because my suitcase had locks on it. I'm telling you, if you got locks, use them. I should have bought locks for the backpack and I didn't. Ended up having it, my gray backpack got stolen. So, you know, if I had just invested $10, $15 into another set of locks for travel locks, wouldn't have lost that gray backpack. But now I make sure I keep everything under lock and key. Do I ever think that sometimes things aren't accidents? Yeah. I'm not much of a believer in coincidence, but if I can't explain it, I'll call it coincidence. I like to think that there's a higher power looking out for us. Sometimes, yeah.
Abby, thanks for the beans. Thanks for the collection. Ow. Okay. So I'm all locked up, which is good. Now I gotta pee. So I don't think I'm peeing for a while. Like a good long while. It sucks, but it's alright. I'm trying to think, where did I go? I'm alright. That's fine. Yeah, I'll be okay. I think I'll be okay. Abby says you have to take your dog for a walk. Hope you're here when you get back. All right. Hopefully. I'm here now. I can't speak for later, but I'm here now. Oh, I forgot about the can. So let me just take my trash out real quick. Alright, I'll be right back. Let me see, do I have? No, I don't really have any trash at all, so I don't have to go over there, but I can wait till later. Yeah, it's just one. It's one can. They can wait. But I don't want to look sleazy if I leave it. But, it's just one. You good? I don't. I tell you, I wish I did. I'm fighting it myself. Sorry, man. Yeah, when you get comfortable enough on these streets to walk around barefoot, there's a problem. And we always stay away from that. Whatever that is, we stay away from it at all costs. If you ever come to Hollywood and you hear or see whatever that was, you do not go near it. And if you expect me to say them, well, get it to stop hissing at me like an animal, and maybe I'll consider. But until someone's acting like a human being, what do you want me to do? I literally just got hissed at. So I don't know what to say. I don't know how to respond to that. Being hissed at. It's really weird. I think it's really weird. Freaks me out. I don't know what to do. So, and it needs to stop coming closer to me. Hopefully it will. Okay. I'll tell you what. Between this bag and the mattress, folding over the mattress, between the sea bag and folding the mattress over, I'm actually pretty warm. Believe it or not. Man, I could only imagine somebody that kidnaps people looking at me, and they're like, dude is literally in the bag already, just stuff his head in. I could think that's what's in my mind. That's the only thing I'm thinking about right now. I'm not gonna lie to you. The only thing I'm thinking about right now is that I am a homeless man sleeping on the street, and I just put myself inside of a bag that my body could be closed into. If there's ever been anybody doing something stupid, I would say I have done the dumbest thing I could possibly do tonight. So happy Norwegian Father's Day. Anja, hello. Can't sleep, but try soon. Well, what's up? How are you? I'm here. I'm over here just, freaking doing whatever the heck I'm doing. I don't even know what I'm doing at this point. I really don't. No. Okay. I don't know why I keep nodding at people. I'm lonely and nice. Okay, I'm a nice person. And when I say lonely, I don't mean it in a weird way. I literally mean I'm lonely. In a very atypical sense. It doesn't sound safe. No, it's not. I'm not safe. But that's okay. I'll be alright. I'm safe enough that I don't need the cops. We'll put it that way. Tonight's just not my night. That's okay, though. I cried today, which I was proud of. I normally don't. But, I thought about my son today. And then tomorrow's Veterans Day, which makes it even better. And, I'm beside myself a little bit, but I'm okay. Welcome to Vigo. See, I'll tell you something, and it surprises me. When I tell people that I need alone time, sometimes they just assume that I just want to, be with somebody, get with somebody or something, and that's why I want to be alone. And that's not true. Sometimes I just need my space. Truthfully. Lisa, what's up? How are you? Lisa. Azelle, it goes, my nose is crooked. No, duh. You want to pay? You want to fix it? You want to pay for it? It is crooked. I need to get it fixed. Oh. Hello. So I'm thinking about going to bed. And then I realize it's 5:45. Glad I'm warm. Thank you. Nice to meet you too. Yeah, I really want to go to bed. Yeah, it's super early. I'm tired. I'm actually really tired. Yeah, it does. But I'll tell you, if I go to bed now, I'm going to be up at 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock. I do need to rest. You know what else I need? I need more people to talk to me on Snapchat. I haven't been blessed the way I've been getting blessed on Snapchat. I couldn't even tell you how long it's been. And it's so nice. I'm just going to say it. It's nice to be flirted with. It's nice to be treated with respect. It's nice to be desired. And it's nice to be, reminded that it's okay to be confident. Because sometimes out here, people take confidence the wrong way and they're really stupid about shit. And they just don't learn, ever. And me personally, I learn. I pay attention and I learn. And then, when they don't shut up, you just kind of let other people put plastic bags over their head and you look the other way when it happens. But back to sex. That's what I'm really thinking about. I'm not going to lie to you. I'm thinking about sex. I am very focused in my mind on the topic of sex lately, and I don't know why. But it's like all I've been thinking about. I just don't know why, so many people are, so focused on social behavior instead of sexual capability. It blows my mind how many women are more interested in a guy who's socially adept than a guy that is capable in bed. There's this one woman. She's a woman now. We were teenagers when we kissed, but I still remember, something so innocent. We kissed at camp. Literally, we kissed at camp when we were 16, 17 years old, and she could have dated me, but instead she dated this guy that was just really incompetent. And then she ended up marrying this guy that was even less competent and just had money and he was socially secure, And then I'm over here. I got both of those things going for me, and I'm good at sex. But it seems like nowadays women avoid guys that are good at sex. I don't know why, but that's what it seems to be to me. It seems like even when you're socially competent, even when you are financially capable, if you're good at sex, women seem to be intimidated by you. And that's just it. I don't know why, but that's definitely something I've noticed. Thank you. Nice to meet you too, Hazel. Thank you, Hazel. Welcome to the broadcast. Kim, thanks for the follow. Country Chick, welcome to the broadcast. Yeah. If I'm messing up what you're doing, that sucks. Just go do something else. It's a big city. It's a free world. Free country. You know what I'm saying? They say, well, why don't you do that? Because I ain't got a lot of options, and you do. You got a car, you got a house, you got all this money. Go do something else. I'm the one that's one of the only places I could be. You chase me out of here, you'll get chased out of your car. And they're like, is that a threat? I'm like, no, it's just called the social order. It's just process of elimination. I'm the one that I'm supposed to be driving a McLaren F1. And I'm sleeping on the street. So yes, if you chase me off the street, you're going to get chased out of your home in your car. So it is what it is. Nobody cares. That's woosah, woosah. Nobody cares. I'm talking to a guy walking down the street who's on top of the world. Nobody cares. Woosah. If you don't know what woosah is, you grab your ear and you massage it. It's supposed to calm you down. Woosah. Nobody cares. You're invisible. You just say those things to yourself. If you ever feel like people are watching you, you ever feel like socially insecure, that's what you say. I'm invisible. You say, nobody sees me. Woosah. Woosah. And you calm yourself down. And before you know it, you stop being a pretentious, full of yourself prick who thinks they're a better person than they are. And you just kind of own it and get over yourself. Yeah, it's a good thing. It is. Jovial, welcome to Bigo. Yeah, I'm in a mood tonight. I don't know why. All right, I'm shutting down the broadcast. I'm not liking the vibe tonight. I'm not appreciating how people are acting tonight, so I'm leaving. I drove you. All right. Good night. Thanks for stopping in. Talk to you soon. I want to go to bed anyway. I'll probably be back later. Good night. If you're on Snapchat or texting, just hit me up. That's the other thing, is like I've been having people to talk to, so I've been kind of getting off a little more than I usually do. And so in the times that I'm not, I get kind of cranky. Like, because if you don't know, that's how guys work, is like you do, and then if you don't for some time, you kind of get cranky. So I'm going to go take some time with myself. I'll talk to you soon.